Paintball legend Shane Pestana has returned to lead the Los Angeles Ironmen. Pestana has led the team to championships in 3 different eras of the sport. The roster he has now to work with is the best to take the field in over 5 years. The Ironmen had mixed results at the first event. They didn't have to play in a relegation game, but they didn't play well enough to make Sunday. They finished a disappointing but respectable 5th in Dallas. Not bad for the first event with the combined roster of the best San Jose royalty players and the core of the Ironman team from last season. The team is filled with stars and young killers looking to prove themselves. Marcelo Margot and Alex Goldman are 2 of the best players in the league, and Alex Rodriguez was a man on fire at the last event. Veteran Mike Paxson could excel on this layout, as could Toke Hamill in the Snake and Chris Catt on the D side. Young Brandon Cornell could finally break out of his shell as well, and Daniel Ibarra put enough work in Dallas to be the Ironman's 2nd highest ranked player. This could finally be the roster that breaks the Ironman's 5-year win drought. San Diego Dynasty came a half a second away from defeating Infamous in Dallas and moving on to the finals, but they took the semifinal loss despite a last-second dive from Oliver Lang, last year's top gun. Dynasty is the most successful team in the modern paintball era for a reason. They are amazing at every level of the game. They won the first 2 events last season, took 2nd in Chicago, and ended up winning the overall season title. They will be a favorite here at the Mid-Atlantic Open. They have smart attackers, some of the best mid players in the game, and back players who are masters at shooting people off the break and closing points. Blake Yarber will be pushing down the attack on the D side. Kyle Spickett and Alex Frazier will be moving down the Snake side. But one of the strengths of Dynasty is their versatility. They can move players around to suit whatever game plan they feel will be the most effective, with weapons like Brandon Short and Tyler Harmon. Ryan Greenspan can play everywhere, and since this field will see heavy guns off the break, Yosh Rao and Glenn Takamoto will be big assets. With their depth and experience, Dynasty could very well repeat their performance here last year and take the victory.
Welcome back. We are about to go into the Dynasty versus Ironmen match. I am here with Chris Katz. Chris, you guys have done well this weekend. You've won 1, tied 1. Dynasty is undefeated so far, so how are you guys feeling going into this one?
We feel really good today. We talked last night. We know what they're doing. We watched all their games. We were sitting in the hotel. Things feel good. We have some game plans to try to counteract. You know, they're really playing a heavy pocket, so we have some game plans to try and counteract that. So things should be good here.
Players have been saying all weekend that this is a slow field, but we just saw that Art Chaos got 2 points in less than a minute. It can be aggressive. Are we going to see you pull out any aggressive plays?
Ironmen will always be playing aggressive. We're always going to be going forward. A lot of teams are playing this pocket. We may counteract them in a little pocket, but you should be seeing us going down the field.
All right. Good luck. We'll see who gets the first point. Dynasty versus Ironmen.
Thank you.
Well, the charismatic Chris Catt, man, what a great player. And he actually played on the Army, came up, made it on the team, and was starting to get a lot of reps. And everyone was like, God, who's this Chris Catt kid? CC is his nickname. And then he went to college for a little bit, started playing with San Jose Royalty, was one of their main players, along with Toke Hamill, who also left the Ironman. But now Royalty has combined with the Ironman. The Ironmen are trying to put together a championship team again. Combination of that experience and those young killers that are young and hungry for a championship win. Well, it's a long road to that, but starts with trying to beat a team like Dynasty, who won the championship last year, the overall title. They did not win the World Cup, though, blew out in that tournament. So Dynasty wanted to come in, and you know, again, Dynasty, as you watched in the scouting report, first event, so close to moving on to the finals, but they weren't able to do it. They look great here, though, Todd.
Yeah, and on the breakout, Dynasty tries to go out to the Dorito side corner. Looks like he makes it out there, but they lose Ryan Greenspan early out of the Snake side can. Oliver Lang took a bouncer coming up the middle early. Dynasty shoots a body going out wide on the Dorito side. That's Alex Goldman dying early, and then instantly attacking the Snake. Here comes the Ironmen pushing into Dynasty pretty hard. Oliver Lang bails out of that can, dives right across into Dorito 2. 3 bodies left alive now, as looks like Yosh Rao gets shot, comes walking off the field for Dynasty. Marcelo Margot pushing really hard with Daniel Ibarra over here on the Snake side. Alex Rodriguez over there in Dorito 2 for the Ironmen with Mike Paxson behind him.
Todd, Ironman looking real solid with this spread they have as Marcelo comes over to try to help Ibarra out. Dynasty playing on their heels. Blake Yarber, Oliver Lang, and Alex Frazier left on the field for them. Los Angeles Ironmen just take out. Looks like Alex Frazier taking the walk from the center. Not looking good for Dynasty right now. They have 2 players left alive on that D side of the field, trying to put paint over here towards Margot and Ibarra. Margot cuts towards the center. Tries to put a shot on the back of Lang's head, not able to get it. And then now he's going to have to be content to try to just hold that lane down. Ibarra with the ball, but he is getting shot by Blake Yarber in that back corner bunker. Oh, looks like Oliver Lang gets taken out.
And here comes Marcelo Margot on the hunt. 1 body left alive in that back corner right now. It's Blake Yarber for San Diego Dynasty. Marcelo Margot and Alex Rodriguez going to finish him off. Ironman going to go up 1 point early and get on the board first here in a game that took about a minute and 40 seconds.
Looking good doing it too. You know, they shot a player off the break. And then, just like Chris Katz said, man, the Ironmen are notorious for playing aggressive. They invented that West Coast offense style of paintball coming out of Northern California before it became pretty much a Southern California team. And, you know, they've always been representing that state well. So, nice job by the Ironmen. There's Alex Goldman, one of their stars, getting ready to play this next point. And we're going to be right back after this. So welcome back here, 2014 PSP Mid-Atlantic Open. I'm Matty Marshall with Todd Martinez calling the games for you guys. This tournament, man, looking forward to seeing this Ironman and Dynasty match play out. First strike went to the Los Angeles Ironmen. They looked good doing it. Dynasty, they kind of couldn't really do much to counter the aggression of the Ironmen. They just weren't shooting those lanes, and they lost a body early, but the Ironmen did too.
Yeah, you know, Dynasty, they've been playing the pocket, like Cece was saying, all day yesterday. Kind of came out of that, tried to take that Dorito side corner, ended up making it. Ironman tried to counter by going to the Dorito side corner as well. Paid off for them as they shot Ryan Greenspan early, who came out to the snake side looking that way, but also cost them Alex Goldman's body. Let's see if Dynasty makes another adjustment over here and what the Ironmen are going to do to counteract that again. Looks like Alex Goldman going to keep it in a little bit tighter. Cece makes it out to the Dorito, takes a bounce in the arm. Nope, he gets shot. That breaks and he walks off, but there goes Ryan Greenspan again trying to come up the middle.
Todd, looks like Toe Campbell gets shot off for the Ironman too. 3 players left alive for the LA Ironmen, stuck in the pocket in that center of the field. Dynasty, they have 4 players left alive as Ryan Greenspan gets shot again off the break. 2 early deaths trying to get out to his spot, and Ryan's good normally getting out of spot, so that means the Ironmen have those off the break shots down on that side.
Oh, it looks like Tyler may have taken a bouncer going into that Dorito 1. He makes it in there alive. So now Dynasty have a little bit better field spread. They got a guy in the Dorito 1 and a guy in the Snake Side Temple. Ironman kind of bottled up in the middle right now, but Alex Goldman on the creep looks like he's trying to make a move. He's up in that center can, and there he goes up the middle, dives into the A. That's a good spot as long as he can get some protection from, looks like Humphreys and Kolkman. So damage to be done up there, but here comes Brandon Short. Nobody looking over Alex Goldman. Here comes Short through the middle of the field. Doesn't get picked up until late. That's going to cost them a body, but they get another body back now. A 2-on-3, make that a 1-on-3 as Eric Humphreys gets shot in the goggles from across the field. I believe that was by Tyler Harmon, but Kyle Spica sneaks out here into Snake 1. He's putting the pressure on Kolkman and nothing to do for Kolkman. He's going to get shot, walk out the field. Dynasty's going to even this match up right now. So 1-1 ball game. Tyler Harmon coming through the middle, grabbing that flag, giving himself a check before he goes and hangs it. Glenn Takamoto, Kyle Spica, and Tyler Harmon getting a point on the board for Dynasty.
Looking in the pits right now for the LA Ironmen. Dynasty getting on the board finally. And solid work by them. Like how Brandon Short ran up in the center. He set the pace early for Dynasty yesterday. So let's check out this replay here. So you're looking at Alex Goldman getting run down. Brandon Short missing him up until that point right there. So Brandon Short, you know, on that quick run through, you can see his rewind it real quick. So he misses his first 3 or 4 shots, and Goldman was actually able to get his gun around in time. So you see that shot on the bunker there, and then another one on the right-hand side of him, and then finally gets shot in the chest three times. So, you know, Brandon Short on that quick run through, Todd, missing his first couple shots, and that allowed Goldman to get his gun around in time to trade out with him. Yeah,
and I mean, we knew it was going to come. Alex Goldman got up there, you know, had to get some protection from either Humphreys or Kolkman, but, you know, both of those guys with Dynasty getting spread wide on the field had to watch the outside to make sure the Spica and Harmon didn't take off running. But, Alex Goldman, I still like that move. You can either get trapped in that can, if Kolkman and Humphreys can't keep them off the wires, or you can get up in that middle and try and get kills. So I love the way Alex Goldman plays all the time. He's always on the aggressive, even though, he can get into a spot and look like he's, kind of being patient and sitting there and, kind of lulls you to sleep sometimes, kind of like the way Carl Markowski does.
I was just going to say that same thing.
They think that you're sitting there, and all of a sudden when you least expect it, bam, he's off to the races and he's bunkering your whole family.
Well, and Todd, the question of who is paintball's fastest man is still yet to be answered, as Alex Goldman claims that he defeated Carl in a best 2 out of 3 race. We saw it on Instagram, actually. It was so close to call. I talked to Carl about it, and he's like, man, I don't know. I feel like I got him one. He may have got me one, but I tripped. And then, I think that, so really it's still an open question. But that prompted Carl to go start doing some wind sprints, because Carl's just straight all natural, God-given speed, and Alex Goldman has been training like a beast. So we'll see how fast Carl can get. Now he's being pushed by Alex Goldman. But you know what? You're only as good as your competition challenges you to be. So, I think that's great that we have that rivalry, the Alex Goldman, Carl Markowski, fastest man in paintball rivalry. But right now it's the SoCal rivalry of the Ironman and Dynasty. And it looks like bodies dropping for both teams. Body coming off for Dynasty. They got 3 in the pocket. They make 1 out wide, though. I think that's Oliver Lang that was able to get out into D2. So nice job by Oliver Lang to get up the fields. Blake Yarber. Actually, Blake Yarber. So Blake Yarber able to make it out wide on the D side of the field for Dynasty.
Yeah, and he wrapped around that Dorito 1 and shot Ibarra in the face in the can on that snake side. Really opened up the opportunity for him to jump up into that Dorito 2 right away. Dynasty, they got that can doubled up with Frazier and Greenspan, Yoshrow and Yarber. There you see Yarber on your screen right now in that Dorito 2, really pounding Brandon Cornell pretty hard over here in this can. Cornell going to have to live behind his gun, looking straight ahead, but Alex Frazier keeps going to that can in his mirror and just shooting the lane.
And there's Cornell on your screen in the back line from the Ironman. Cornell was an aggressive force in the practices leading up to the first event and earned his spot on this team, as the Royalty Ironman merger really kind of left it an open question as to who is going to be, the starting 10 players and particularly the 5 go-to guys for the Ironman. And Cornell looked like he was going to potentially be one of those guys. I haven't really seen too much out of him at this event. Hasn't played bad, but kind of been getting stuck in some spots. But you know what, though? That's kind of this pocket play. But the teams that are doing well, the teams that are looking like the favorites, are the teams that have been able to get out. And it looks like Cornell will be taking the walk, getting shot out of his bunker.
Yeah, Cornell, it's a tough spot for him to live in right there. With Blake Yarber so far up the Dorito side, really making it count. Marcelo Margot trying to space it out with Paxson a little bit. Gets out wide, but then gets shot down the wire from Yarber. So just Mike Paxson left alive now for the Ironmen, as here comes Blake Yarber running down the side of the field. Mike Paxson gets a shot in on him, but not before the horn is blown by the Ironmen. So after a good first point by the Ironmen, Dynasty going to come back, take 2 in a row, go up 2-1 with 14:27 left to go in this match.
Nice job. Full team effort. Frazier, Yarber, Lang, Greenspan all getting a kill in that point. 2-1 is the score. And we're going to be right back after this.
Slow runs, and
it's tough. It's so hard enough to get on that side. You start playing with the mouthpiece. No.
So we are back here. 2014 PSP Mid-Atlantic Open. Dynasty slight lead over the Los Angeles Ironmen. Dynasty going to be playing on the swamp side now, though. One side of this field a little muddier, well, substantially muddier than the other side of the field, as Maryland got pounded by rain in the days preceding this event. And though we had some pristine grass on the entire field to start this event, is OXCC Paintball Park, and they got great facilities out here, and their groundskeepers are just scientists when it comes to grass. One side of the field still real nice, even though a full 12-game day competition went down yesterday. But man, the side that Dynasty's on right now, Todd, definitely a little harder to struggle through that muck.
Yeah, I mean, It seems like the only guys that were making it out on that side was the dirt crickets of Aftershock because they're used to it, and they ain't scared of it.
On the breakout, Dynasty 4 guns up. They run Tyler Harmon out wide, gets into D1. He makes it in clean. And then on the stunt, Ironmen do the same thing. He's able to get in there clean as Alex Goldman getting out to D2. So both teams able to spread the field slightly. Better field spread, though, for the Ironmen as Chris Catt gets out back bunker on the D side. Here comes the attack slightly for the Ironmen. Oh, though Daniel Labar just gets owned in a gunfight right there. I think that was Alex Frazier. Was that Oliver or Alex?
Shooting straight ahead right there on the screen. That's Kyle Spica.
Kyle Spica. No, it was Glenn Takamoto. Glenn Takamoto got the shot in on Daniel Ibarra. And we had talked about, with these back bunkers, how crucial guys like Yosh Rao and Glenn Takamoto were going to be to San Diego Dynasty's effort here because they are so good at those off-the-break shots and controlling lanes, talking it up, and playing that scramble paintball that you see a little bit. And then you see, it looks like a penalty going to be on Brandon Short. So Brandon Short getting a penalty, and
That should have been a major right there. Brandon Short got shot in the loader, and he knew it. He turned the other way, and the referee saw it.
Well, looks like penalty, minor penalty on Brandon Short.
Here comes Kyle Spica now trying to cut off that Dorito side as Alex Goldman still battling his way up. Now in that Dorito 3, that's going to open up the door for Toke Hamill. And Toke Hamill now going to jump into the 50. This could be trouble for Kyle Spica's back, and it is, as he gets shot in the back of the head from Toke Hamill at the 50. Shane Pestana now coming through the middle of the field. Alex Goldman's wide. Just one body left alive in that corner.
Shane Pestana trying to finish this point out here on Tyler Harmon. And Tyler Harmon gets taken out by Shane Pestana. So nice work by the legend and the rest of his crew here to tie this game up at 2. That minor penalty for Brandon Short will come off. That body was about to come out in 5 seconds anyway. 12 minutes and 30 seconds to go here. Really close match. Good job by Toke Hamill over here on the snake side and his buddy Chris Catt on that D side of the field. It's a very close match, Todd. This is pretty much exactly what we thought we'd see out of these teams. Dynasty went 2-0 yesterday. Ironman, a little bit more of a conflicting day for them as they had a win, and then they had no losses and a tie. They beat Art Chaos 4-3, and then they tied against Infamous 3-3. So close game that we have here.
Yeah, and as we always see, as the days go on, as the tournament goes on, things get tighter and tighter. You get to watch teams more, kind of see what they're doing, make adjustments in your own game, make adjustments to the teams that you're playing and what they're doing. And, you get more comfortable on the field, get your lanes down, everything starts to get a little bit better. And, it's why we come out here and watch these tournaments. It's fun to watch the best in the world come out here and play the top of their game.
Well, let's check out this replay here. So you're looking at Shane Pestana, the captain of the team. Doesn't want me to call him the coach. He feels captain is a much more appropriate moniker. So there's Shane Pestana coming down and taking out the last player. Boom, puts it on right there. Actually, I don't know if Shane got that last kill. Looked like it might have come from the inside. But still, Shane was right in his face, causing Harmon to start to have to scramble in that bunker. Tyler really good at that sort of stuff, though. Tyler, player coming out of Northern California, played for years and on a lot of big teams, and then making the bump over to San Diego Dynasty. And I felt that was a good pickup. He immediately came out and was an impact player for them. Last season, remember beginning of last season?
Yeah.
Air Tyler Harmon?
Yeah, absolutely.
A big part of that comeback, legendary. Well, it was what I thought one of the best games of last year. Go to our YouTube channel, check it out, where Tyler Harmon had a crazy diving shot against Infamous, and Spica came through, hung the flag, and they won that ridiculous game to put them into the semifinals. Oh, minor penalty now on the Ironman. And then another body gets shot. Eric Humphreys coming off, so it's just Marcelo Margot. He's going to have to force a move out to the stand-up and not able to do it as a very quick point here for San Diego Dynasty. With 12 minutes and 7 seconds left to go, Ironman forced to concede that point, and that will take that penalty off as well. Minor penalties come off the board. Majors stay on. This game brought to you by Planet Eclipse, makers of amazing paintball guns. Big sponsor, contributor for pretty much well, the entire sport, but obviously huge supporter of San Diego Dynasty with their Signature Series guns. So we're going to be right back after this. Well, welcome back here. Looking in the pits, there's Tyler Harm. We were just talking about him. And Glenn Takamoto trying to pump his team up. There's Yosh Rao heading out to play a point. And the manager of the team, Eric Crandall. Been with them since the beginning. And Blake Yarber in the background there. And now the Ironman's next line coming out. There's young Brandon Cornell, 17 years old. And there's Marcelo Margot. It's kind of cool, you know, Marcelo's try to help out these younger guys because they're in the same exact position that Marcelo was in when Marcelo first got on the Ironman. Marcelo, 15 years old, came onto the Ironman and helped them win a couple championships and made a name for himself. And then he went and played for a couple different teams, played for Infamous, played for Aftermath, played for Moscow Red Legion, and then back on the Ironman last season and helping to try to rebuild this team. And Marcelo has always been in the hunt for that Top Gun title. So elusive for him, though, man. He's been the leader for the past 2 years heading into World Cup and lost at the World Cup both times. Different stories for those 2 different years. But, you know, so Marcelo struggled yesterday, got a couple penalties, and that's very rare for him. Marcelo never really gets penalties and got 2 minors yesterday. So picking it back up a little bit, though, today. 2 confirmed kills for him so far in this match. 11:37 to go. 1 point separates these teams. Dynasty 3, Ironman 2, and there's Oliver Lang. He's played phenomenal this season. He was the Top Gun Award winner for last year up in that center fortress.
Yeah, Oliver's been trying to get up there, you know, past couple points. You know, finally makes it up there. One time he dove across into that Dorito. This time he finally gets up into that spot. We saw him do tons of damage from there yesterday. You know, really got up there at will yesterday. Ryan Greenspan having a little bit of a rough go this match so far. He gets shot again first for Dynasty and comes walking off the field. Oliver Lang now gets shot in the top of the loader. Somebody picks him off. That's a big kill right there for the Ironmen.
I think that might have been Marcelo, maybe.
I think it was Marcelo. I think that's the guy he was trying to deal with. Marcelo in that can. That's the first guy that you have an opportunity to get a shot on from that A popping up over the top.
And he got 2. That's actually 2 kills in this point. So now 4 confirmed for Marcelo. He shot both Ryan and Oliver. So 2 big kills for Marcelo here.
Yeah, I mean, especially because the Ironmen lost so many bodies so quickly. You know, Brandon Cornell, he's off the field. It's just Mike Paxson and Marcelo Margot taking on 3 Dynasty players right now. Alex Frage, Brandon Short, and Yosh Rao on the field for Dynasty in that Dorito side corner. Short, Yosh Rao in his spot on that tall temple, and Alex Frage over here in his spot in that snake can. So lots of time on this clock, 10 minutes left to go. And, you know, Dynasty with a 1 point lead right now, but, you know, we saw a lot of really close games yesterday, a lot of 1 point games.
Yeah, tons of close games, some ties. We rarely see ties. You know what that means, Todd, is that tomorrow, you know, there's shootouts, one-on-one shootouts on Sunday's competition to determine the winner of a game if an overtime goes continues to be a tie. And we haven't seen that yet this year, so that would be pretty awesome to see. Yosh Rao on your screen right now, trying to continue to have this lead here is only 2 players, and Marcelo making his way into the snake.
Yeah, good job by Marcelo to spread the field out a little bit. Dynasty's not going to go anywhere. You know, Marcelo bumping back into that temple and now getting into that snake. Paxson, you know, has a good line to watch over Marcelo, keep Alex Frage from coming down and jumping into the snake there with him. It'd be a good move for Alex if he can, but, you know, Marcelo now with dominance on the wire, going to make it a little bit tougher, but, you know, Dynasty, I don't think they're going to want to try and go anywhere.
Well, they don't need to. You know, they have the lead. And you see this a lot when a team has the lead. They force the other team to play the aggressor because that gives them the advantage. When you're hiding behind your bunker, rolling your gun, shooting lanes, you have the advantage if a man is trying to move on you because he has to move through an open area in order to make that happen. Mike Paxson is screaming, begging for a kill. begging for a ref to get in there and check him out. He's adamant about it. If Mike Paxton could dink somebody out right here, take it to a 2-on-2, the Ironman would have the advantage because of the field position that Marcelo Margot has worked so hard to get. And you can see Marcelo wants to make his move too, try to get a shot on the guys on your screen right now. There's Marcelo. You can see he's looking into the stands, trying to listen to the people in the stands, trying to tell Marcelo where to go and what to do. Marcelo looking for the move. He feels it. He's kind of second-guessing himself a little bit because he's trying to get all the information to make sure he knows exactly where these guys are. Now Marcelo makes his move into the 50-yard line. 8 minutes and 5 seconds. Ironman down 1. Marcelo trying to make a difference here. Comes around. Now he's got a good spot, but he's been picked up by Alex Frazier. Alex scurries out, makes a move out of that stand-up can. He realized that once Marcelo had made it to that 50-yard line, he had to get out because that bunker gets real small once you get to that 50-yard line. The majority of the guns, no one's even looking at Marcelo right now, though, Todd.
No, everybody's looking at Mike Paxton over there in that can, just living from Marcelo's gun. I think they know that if Marcelo's going to make a move, he's going to have to come a long way, and Brandon Short's in position all the way over there in that Dorito side corner. But, you know, he can pretty much see Marcelo's bunker and the whole distance that he's got to travel to come try and make a move on Alex Frazier. You know, and it's just one call away for Yosh Rao to turn as well. So, you know, they are looking for Mike Paxton. You know, they got, you know, 3 bodies in 3 pretty solid bunkers where they can just hide. And here comes Marcelo on the move. And he makes a move, plays it smart, and shoots Alex Frazier right away. There goes Brandon Short taking off. Here comes Yosh Rao coming into the open. He's going to get shot. Mike Paxton gets shot. It's a one-on-one right now, but Yosh Rao's going to get a minor penalty, and that's going to get Brandon Short pulled. So Brandon Short's going to be off the field. Marcelo Margot's going to get the point here. What a play by Marcelo Margot to cross all the way, made that first ball count. That's the one that he needed to work, and he makes that first ball count as he shoots Alex Frazier, and then Yosh Rao comes out of his spot and earns a minor penalty, gets Brandon Short pulled. I was looking at Marcelo Margot. I didn't see where Mike Paxton got shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if he played off that move, but
I don't know where he got shot either, but Brandon must have dropped a shot in on him. But what a masterful play. Marcelo Margot getting himself pretty much a 5-pack. He got 4 confirmed kills. Brandon Short was able to get that shot in on Mike Paxton, but then Yosh draws that penalty. And so, man, what an amazing job by Marcelo Margot. Because of his efforts, I want to give Mike Paxton some credit, too, by being in on that 2-on-2 situation, 2-on-3 situation. That's a low-body situation. Amazing work. That's why Marcelo Margot's one of the best, man. Had not a great day yesterday, but really so impressive. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly. She's in the pits.
Hey guys, I am here in Dynasty's pit with Tyler Harmon. Now you guys are always pumped when you come into your matches, but these are your rivals. You practice on the same field, so were you extra amped coming into this match?
Yeah, not really rivals. You know, we're both professional teams out here just trying to get it done. But yeah, we're definitely amped to play everybody, especially Ironmen coming from the same field, and hopefully we can come out here and take it to them 3-3.
I talked to them before we started, and they said they watched the tapes. They felt like they knew what plays you were going to be running. How do you guys feel about that, and did you do the same thing?
Yeah, you kind of have to expect that now in this day and age with paintball, with the video. You can watch it on your mobile, anywhere on your pad or whatever. So you kind of expect that they're going to know what you've done the day before, and you have to implement that into your current game plan.
All right, well, this has been back and forth so far. It's 3-3. You got 6 minutes and 33 seconds on the clock. Do you think we're going to see longer points moving forward, or is it going to get aggressive out here?
Well, it's going to kind of come down to, you know, not making any mistakes and just being on point and pretty much just gritting it out, have some grit.
What are the mistakes that are easy to make on this field?
Just trying to overcompensate for making a bad move or making too big of a move when the pressure's on you. Just kind of just taking a deep breath and understanding what's going on with the game time situation and everything.
All right, well, thank you so much, Tyler. It is tied 3-3. We'll see who takes the lead.
So, I love the positivity of Tyler Harmon, but you know, Todd and I were talking during that interview. I'm going to have to disagree with him. I would say that there probably isn't a bigger rival for San Diego Dynasty than the Los Angeles Ironmen over the past, over a decade now. We're going on about, I'd say, 14 years of the rivalry between those two teams. So, got about 1 minute and 20 seconds to go before the start of this next point. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the match and a tie game. This is a close one. What an amazing job by Marcelo Margot to step up, though, and really tie this game up. and put the team on his back straight up, man. 5 kills for him. I know he shot 4, but he earned, he's not going to get that 5th confirmed kill because it was a penalty, but because of his actions, 5 Dynasty players died.
Yeah, you know, and that was being down bodies, you know, in a tough situation over there. Yeah, I don't know. When we were watching it and we saw all 3 Dynasty guys looking towards the Dorito side, nobody was looking at Marcelo. I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, they'll be able to pick him up. Nope, Marcelo skirted right on into that Dynasty snake side of the field and made that first ball count on Alex Fraige.
And a mistake there, game this close. Team as experienced as Dynasty, 3 back bunkers, guys right next to each other. They're always amazing at talking, and in those situations, knowing whose gun needs to go which way. And the fact that, yeah, for a little bit of time, no one was looking at Marcelo, that allowed him to get down to the field. Marcelo earned it, though, because they were putting pressure that way, but a slight error there, but you can't give Marcelo much because he'll take it, and that is why the game is tied right now. Out on the field right now for the Los Angeles Ironmen, Chris Cat, Shane Pastana, Toke Hamill, Daniel Ibarra, and Alex Rodriguez. Staying in that pocket on your screen right now, the Los Angeles Ironmen. 3 bodies in that stand-up tempo. They're going to have to try to get Chris Cat out wide. They can't get 3 bodies in there. There goes Alex Rodriguez up the center to give a little bit breathing room for Pastana and Chris Cat.
And Alex Rodriguez, Dynasty playing down a body because they didn't get that last body into the box before Marcelo was able to hang the flag. Toke Hamill now jumping up into that snake side A. Alex Rodriguez getting shot out of that can in the middle right there. So now 4 bodies on 4 bodies, but Dynasty has one in the box. It's going to come out in about 10 seconds. So, you know, 5:40 left to go in this game. It's all tied up. You know, this could be a tough situation right now as Brandon Short comes out of the box. So, you know, 5-on-4 now in favor of Dynasty. Toke Hamill up there in the middle. We haven't seen a lot of people play the snake side of the A. We actually see Dynasty get a little bit better spread as Alex Fraige comes out here to the snake side temple now. Toke Hamill's got Ibarra behind him. Chris Cat gonna make his move. He jumps into the Dorito too, but he gets shot in the pack as he stumbles a little bit through the swamp, diving into that spot, and then Toke Hamill is gonna get smoked in that A. Oliver Lang getting shot. I think he might have traded out with Toke. So Ibarra gonna spread the field out a little bit. He gets shot in the back, bumping back out. Ironman probably gonna wanna blow the horn here as they only have 1 body left. Dynasty has 4. And now coming on the attack, Ironman going to need all the time left available in case Dynasty plays a really slow point to try and tie this back up again. So, I don't know, man. That's a tough call right there if you're the Ironman.
Yeah, so as a point goes for Dynasty, 4-3 is the score. Just 4 minutes and 33 seconds left to play here. We'll be right back after this. Minutes and 33 seconds to go. And, you know, Todd, looking at that lineup that the Ironman just put out, you know, do you think maybe Marcelo was a little too tired to go? But Marcelo's, he trains, man. He trains a lot. I know he's got good cardio, so.
That's all he does.
Maybe plays paintball, eats, sleeps, trains, plays more paintball.
Plays paintball.
Tans, reads cool books, plays more paintball.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it's one of those things. Hey man, I'm sure the coach was like, can you go again? I hope so. I would have asked. I'm sure they did. Maybe he just couldn't go. It was a long point. Played a really long point. He was all over. I mean, he started in the stand-up can, slowly worked his way over, made all the way up to snake and shot pretty much everybody. And you know, tough. So now they send out the hard-hitting line. Mike Paxton, Alex Goldman, Marcelo Margot. Good play call there as far as personnel is concerned for the Ironmen. Try to tie this up with Brandon Cornell and Chris Catt. So Chris Catt makes it out on the D side. They send Cornell up far on the snake for the Ironman, and split screen breakout here. Left-hand portion of your screen, the Ironman. Dynasty on the right. And now Dynasty 5 bodies alive to get Ryan Greenspan out wide. Greenspan 5 confirmed kills for him. Oliver Lang's got 6. Brandon Short 3, Frazee 2, Rao 2. Time's starting to tick off that clock. Here comes Oliver Lang all the way up to the center fortress. Makes it in clean, immediately starts gunning up on that D side of the field to keep Chris Catt moving up. There's Brandon Cornell.
Did anybody see Oliver make that move on the Ironman is going to be the question, because he can do damage from right there. Brandon Cornell up in that wing. You see him with Marcella behind him. Paxton up in that tall tower. You can't see Oliver right now because he's tucked all the way in on the Dorito side of that A fortress. There he is right there on your screen. He's got that Dorito side locked off, approaching the 3.5 minute mark. But Dynasty drops a body. They lose Brandon Short off the snake side over here. That's going to help out the Ironmen a little bit, because now one of those guns going to come off the side. I think the play right now for the Ironman is to get Marcelo Margot to try and gun up a little bit over here on the snake side, because Alex Frazier is going to have to go play it back and forth. And Ryan Greenspan tries to bail out to the drill side corner, and he gets shot. So good job right there picking up Ryan Greenspan for the Ironman. Tough break right there for the Ironman to lose Ryan Greenspan. And good move right there by Alex Goldman to come through the middle of the field and take out Oliver Lang. So just 2 bodies left alive now. Ironman got to be feeling good. Can't make any silly mistakes and lose bodies. As Brandon Cornell comes across and gets in to the mini race bunker behind the 50. Alex Frazier and Yosh Rao got it crossed up, going to try and keep it locked up, but just too tough right there, too wide for the Ironmen, and they're able to break the cross of Dynasty, and Marcelo Margot is going to go run that flag in and tie this game up with 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. And if you're the Ironmen now, you definitely put this squad back on the field with Marcelo, Mouse, Cornell, Paxton, and Goldman. Don't give Dynasty another opportunity against that other squad. This squad has put up 2 straight points, and if you're Dynasty, you know, keep coming with that squad that's been getting you points all events so far. But I mean, this one.
Well,
I mean, this I smell overtime.
I think
unless somebody gets shot on the break big here.
Todd, I agree with you 100%. 2:19 left to go. You know, Ironman able to do it, tie it up. Dynasty losing some of those crucial bodies. Good lineup for the Ironman right there, getting it done. I think we're going to an overtime too. The question is, tie or overtime? I'm sorry, tie in overtime as well is another question, but we'll get to that when we come back from these messages.
This isn't just a field. This is my home. This isn't just a team. This is my family. This isn't just a sport. This is a way of life. This isn't just a league. This is the MSXL.
I am down here in Ironman's pit with Shane Pistana. Now, Shane, was this the most anticipated match of prelims for you guys, seeing as how you've practiced them and you know them pretty well?
I think whenever we play Dynasty, there's a lot of love-hate relationship. We're all good friends, and you know what? We always want to beat them, and they always want to beat us. So, you know what? Here we go. 4-4, 2 minutes left, and God, we really want to stuff them right here.
All right, we'll see if they can take the lead again.
Yes, absolutely.
So can either of these teams put a point on the board and take the win in 2 minutes and 13 seconds? We will see. Quick points come from deaths off the break, and it looks like one player coming off for the Ironman. So advantage to, oh no, but Dynasty losing a body too. 4 players left alive for both teams. You're looking at Dynasty on your screen. They're on the right-hand side, and they are stuck in that pocket, doubling up those 2 center back bunkers. Oh, but Mike Paxton dies out of his spot. So just 3 players left alive for the Ironman. Here comes Dynasty. Oliver Lang moving up in the center. Oh, but time's ticking off that clock. Minute 45. Here comes Brandon Short making his move.
Brandon Short trying to put himself in position to get a shot in on Alex Rodriguez. Ibarra and Margot over here on the snake side. Alex Rodriguez drops his gun, and that allows Brandon Short to come across into the 50. Alex Fraige gets into support mode behind him. Oliver Lang is up in his can, looking to launch up the middle. Alex Fraige comes in behind Short, going to give him a little bit of room to breathe. Try and put some pressure on A-Rod and Marcelo. Ibarra looking left, shooting right. Probably want to get that gun rolling, allowing Dynasty to run all over this field as Yosh Rao makes another fill from his tower out to the Dorito side corner.
Oh, but still 3 bodies left for that, man. Alex Fraige past the 50-yard line. He's hunting for kills. He makes this move. He commits, and he gets shot. Did he take out Marcelo? Marcelo flipping out. Major penalty, and it looks like it's going to be a major penalty on the Ironman and a major penalty on Dynasty at the same time, which is going to take off. I think that's going to pull either Brandon Short or Yosh Rao. Did they pull anybody? And they're going to concede. So the Ironmen are going to concede the point. It looked like, Todd, I don't know if you tell me if you saw the same thing, looked like a major penalty on the Ironmen and then a major penalty on Dynasty as well. I haven't seen the penalty go on the board right now for, the Ironmen yet, but a referee in the backfield for Ironman called a major, and then another referee threw another flag in the center. It looked like on
yellow.
Was he? I saw. You see a yellow? I thought I saw a red. A flag went in the air. And then, but I haven't seen the penalty be put up yet. The refs are talking it out.
I don't know. When I saw the referee from the snake side come running in, I thought that he was going to call a penalty on Dynasty, but then he pulled the penalty on, an Ironman player. So, I don't know.
It's tough.
I'm not exactly sure who they called that. Let's check this replay out and see if what we can gather from here. So here comes Fraige through the middle. Nobody picks him up until Ibarra looks on the inside. So Ibarra picks him up right here, but I don't think he gets a shot on him until Marcelo shoots him. But he looks like Fraige shoots Ibarra first. So I thought maybe
it's tough to tell. From
maybe he traded with Ibarra and then Marcelo shot him.
That was I mean that camera's, it's a cool angle. It's just really far away to see. You can see the paint spray off sometimes, and
we saw
that angle because I couldn't see Marcelo's chest.
Exactly.
That's what's tough, and it looked like that penalty is going to be on. Yeah, don't know who that penalty's on yet, so still kind of waiting for the info.
Well,
referees are talking it over.
They have not put a penalty on Ironman's board yet, but they have given the point to Dynasty.
Well, Dynasty did have 3 bodies alive there, 2 at the end, 2 alive, no hits on them at the end. Brandon Short was still alive, and Yosh Rao was still alive. Frazier on the run through. Oliver got pulled. So
but then there was also the penalty in the middle of the field.
Looked like Oliver got pulled on a penalty. Chaos and confusion. Don't know what happened. There is a point on the board for Dynasty. Dynasty has 5 right now. Ironmen have 4. There is 40 seconds left. Yeah, so got about 1:23 before the start of this last point. So can the Ironmen?
Oh, there's that red flag that you saw flying, Matty. He's trying to shake it off the cable in the middle of the field. Because I saw the yellow go up in the air. You saw the red in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
It got stuck. It got stuck on the
proof. I knew I saw a red flag somewhere.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see no red flag in the middle of the field.
That's really
still in the air.
Still stuck on the cable. So God, I knew I wasn't going crazy. I know it's early and I've had my coffee, so brain should be working. So there's Paxton talking to the bearded wonder, Alex Rodriguez, the battle of the beards. Young Alex Rodriguez, I think, is winning that battle now because he's just letting it grow. Now on the flip side, there's Rusty Glaze back to coach Dynasty. He wasn't actually at the first event, has 2 young children, and needed to just wasn't able to get the time away from the family. But good for Dynasty that he's back in the fold. He was actually coaching Dynasty by watching the webcast, and they had an iPad taped to some kid's forehead. I don't know if that's really what they did, but that's what they said. So
it took me a week to get that tape off.
So Mike Paxton talking to Brandon Cornell, Daniel Ibarra. still no penalty on the board for the Ironman.
That's funny. He's just video conferencing. Got somebody walking around, with Rusty's face on Skype. Just here you go.
Technology is amazing, isn't it? Just got a go-to meeting.
Yeah.
Group me up on there. But Dynasty was such a crucial part of Dynasty's performance in 2013, and as he was able to help, he retired from playing to help coach that team once Aftermath's leader and owner Mike Hinman went to coach from coaching Dynasty team he used to play for to coaching the Ironman. That didn't work out with the Ironman. Now the Ironman have Shane Pestana back. Craziness always, in the off season, but thank God for Dynasty that Rusty Glaze back, because so much talent on that team. They just needs one of those objective views and somebody they can respect like Rusty Glaze. So here we go. No penalty on the Ironman. That penalty, I guess that other flag was for the Dynasty penalty. It was this additional red. And then so here comes the Ironman storming forward. 25 seconds left to go. Can they tie it up? Oh, Alex Rodriguez gets torn to pieces trying to get up in the center. Daniel Ibarra makes his move into the snake. And here comes Mike Paxton. Body's dropping for Dynasty.
Oh, Ibarra's got to go. If this is going to happen, Ibarra's got to make a move.
Ibarra's got to go. Mike Paxton commits. He's not able to get anybody. Ibarra gets a kill, but there's not going to be enough time. You're right, Todd. Ibarra should have committed earlier, because now they're going to lose this match here. Marcelo, he passes the 50-yard line, wheeling and dealing and trying to make something happen. Marcelo slightly collapses there in frustration, knowing that they are going to take this loss despite his best efforts. And Todd, I do agree with you. Ibarra, rookie mistake there. You can't, we've seen this happen. I can't remember the other game this happened yesterday. I think it was the X Factor game in Dimitri Ninos. Same situation, letting the time expire still alive. That is a cardinal sin in paintball. If there's time on the clock, if you get under, I don't care, man. If it's under 10, just go run for the flag. Do something. Maybe they'll miss you. Maybe as that guy comes out, he'll get shot and continue to play and get a major penalty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you just never know what's going to happen.
I got on Matt Sossman for that yesterday as well. But, on this field layout, you got lots of good moves up the middle, okay? What you need is a distraction, okay? Alex Rodriguez comes up right away, gets a shot in on Brandon Short. Paxton and Marcelo are getting ready to break moves through the middle, but all these guys are doing are looking at Ibarra. Ibarra's not going anywhere. If Ibarra goes streaking down the sidelines, all the guns are going to turn.
Absolutely.
Then the moves through the middle open up. Ibarra maybe not have been the right guy to put in that situation right there, because, he is a rookie and, probably hasn't been in the situation before on the pro level. Put a guy in there that is going to take off running, or you better make sure when he put him in the game, you were going to get to the snake.
You put the nugget in
you
his head.
take off running.
Yeah.
A well-executed play yesterday by Impact in our game. Yakimek takes off running down the side. As soon as he did that, everybody turns this way. And then Rainey Stanzak makes his move from the corner, bunkers out the 50 guy. It's standard paintball play.
Yeah.
You have to know when A happens, B happens. It's always like that.
I understand putting Ibarra in because he's played so well. I mean, he was the Ironman's second-ranked player coming out of that first event. Ibarra has really proved himself, but little slight, I don't want to knock him too much, but it's just, again, cardinal sin in paintball. You never die in your bunker like that. Marcelo put the effort in. It wasn't enough. So win is going to be in San Diego Dynasty's favor. That puts the Ironman at 1-1-1. Dynasty's 3-0. We'll be right back here. Infamous taking on Art Chaos. Don't go anywhere.
I shoot a lot of paint. It sounds simple, I shoot a lot of paint, but what that means is my gun is getting a lot of abuse, and I need it to be performing at 100% all the time, because that's my weapon. I am rarely in a spot where I'm using my legs to go out and get kills. I'm relying on my tool, the extension of my arm, which is my Geo, to control people and to get kills. My name is Yosh Rao. I play for San Diego Dynasty, and this is my gun.
I am here with Ryan Greenspan and Mike Paxton. Guys, that was an awesome back and forth battle. Both of your teams played so hard. Ryan, you went into that last point one man down, but you only have 50 seconds. What did you expect them to do in that last point?
Well, they were down a point, so we expected them to come. I mean, that's kind of what they did. Mike was the furthest guy off the field,
Yeah.
and he's the biggest guy on the field. So.
Did you think for a second that they would be able to get that tied point for overtime?
I mean, I was hoping not. I was playing, my fingers were crossed. No, I mean, yeah, anything's possible. There was you saw the game before that where Art Chaos came back and like scored 3 points in a couple seconds. So it's definitely possible. They get a couple kills off the break, they get into that rocket, but they didn't take anything outside on the Dorito side, which I think kind of hurt them a little bit at the end.
Mike, what was running through your mind? You were running through. You looked like you almost could have done it. What was running through your mind in the moment?
Yeah, it was going really good, and then I had the flag, and I just kept going. Shot Yosh, Yosh shot me, and like I didn't even see it. And I looked down, I was like, oh god, it's huge. And I'm standing right behind him, looking at him, like, oh my god, it was, inches. But no, they're a great team. Can't do anything. We were just trying to get there and get that last point, go to overtime. It would have been great.
All right, well, great job to both of you. Next up is Infamous versus Art Chaos. Art Chaos got pretty aggressive in that last one. Do you think that they actually have a chance to be Infamous if they play like that again?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they're not playing very great. Like everybody expected them. It's like, oh my God, they got the best guys from here and the best guys from there and blah blah blah, and they're all from Europe and whatnot. I think I don't know, man. It's anybody can win out here because the way the field's laid out, but they're not the team that everybody was afraid of. Or I mean, I wasn't afraid of them, but other people are. All the kids on the internet were afraid of them.
All right, well, we'll see who takes it next up. Infamous versus Art Chaos. Stay tuned.
Mission start!